Hey guys, Nathan Rocks here down at Doyoueven Gym in Frankston, bringing you the first volume of our 5-part series of an instructional video I'm going to be doing, taking you through my weekly training, how I like to do things, certain ways I perform exercises. Today we're going to go through shoulders with my fellow doyoueven athlete and friend Rigo Gasio over here. Let's show him how we do it. Here we are, we have Rigo performing a seated dumbbell press. Rigo, chuck the dumbbells up. Right, some people like to count that rep, but some people don't. What I'll have Rigo do is tilt his thumbs down slightly towards the ground, touch the dumbbells on the outer part of his side delt, ever so slightly, and contract. And squeeze for a count. So down for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, hold, up, 1, 2, squeeze. And we'll do that for about 12 to 15 reps, depending on how we're feeling. Do it for you, Rigo. Alright, so here we are onto our second shoulder press. Just before we get any further, the way I structure my shoulder workouts, I'll usually go 2 presses, either a dumbbell or a barbell in the front, Smith machine behind the neck because I feel it hits the rears a lot more, 2 exercises for the rears, 2 for the sides and 1 for the front. Alright, let's do it. Now first off, Rigo will have his pinkies on the lines that are usually provided on the Smith machine. Alright, let's do it. Ever so slowly, he's going to bring it not too far down because it can strain your neck. He's going to bring it just towards the bottom of his earlobes. Nice and slow, hold, and up. Contract, squeeze. And make sure you're always keeping your elbow parallel to the bar. That way, it's more your rears than your fronts and your sides. Alright, let's go again. Pause, up. Up. Straight out. Now some people prefer it to go a bit more narrow. I personally prefer to go a bit wider. Sometimes I play around with which finger I'm going to use. But it's all about personal preference really. Alright, so what we got now is our dumbbell side lateral raises. Most of my clients I find have the biggest trouble with this, and I'll explain why. Alright, here we have Rigo again. Thank you for being with us. Alright, let's go. Pick them up. Alright, now the first steps before you start a dumbbell side raise, roll your shoulders right back and drop them down. That way everything's locked in, it's parallel to his hips. Right, now another analogy I like to use, I like to pretend I'm a puppet. You got a string here, and someone's leading from the elbows. You never want your hand to be higher than your elbows. Alright, let's do it. Elbows first. Perfect. Yeah. Our second exercise for our side delt is the cable behind the back lateral raise. So I'll show you how it's done. Take it, whichever hand you decide prefer to start with. Take a step forward, put it behind your back. Make sure your shoulders stay square. Same deal, lead with the elbows. Hold for a second. Let it stretch, so that the delt stretch behind your back a little bit. Hold again. And then pretty easy to swap over. Some people get confused. Just swap hands. Literally turn around. There we go, you're up.
Just quickly, man. Why do you prefer doing it behind the back instead of in front?
I find it helps keep your body square a lot better when you're going from behind the back. A lot of people, when they come from the front, they tend to bend their knees a lot more, use a bit of swing. This way you're really restricted with the swing that you can use, and it keeps you perfectly squared, which I feel hit the side down the best. Just leave it over.
That does feel a lot better, man.
So I always like to throw in a superset with pretty much every single one of my body parts that I like to work. This one is going to be rope front raise. Please excuse the inappropriate look of this. Shoulders back, chest up, butt slightly out. Raise to eye line, squeeze, bring back down. Contract, squeeze, bring back down. Straight away, usually I'll do 15-15. Got a superset, the barbell cable upright rope. I'll explain exactly how it's done when Rigo takes over, just so I can show you. Shoulders back, chest up, always lock them down. The elbows, squeeze. Rigo, you're up. A couple of BBCs for the BBC.
Double BBC. Alright, so we're doing chest up.
Shoulders back, chest up.
Chest back, chest
Then
up.
over slightly, and to your eye line. And squeeze, perfect.
And then you'll superset it with?
Superset it with the upright rope. No, you're not, your legs aren't in between. Yeah, that's right. Come this way. Come this way. Come this way. Oh yeah.
This way here.
Alright, so shoulders back, chest up again. Alright, now an important thing about this is your hands are just levers. Leave them. Literally, same deal with the puppet. All limp, nothing. Lift your elbows parallel to your shoulders. That's the movement done. Perfect. A lot of people, they pull with their hands, their forearms tire out, and the workout isn't as effective. Squeeze, perfect. All in the elbows. Alright, so here we have our rear delt machine fly. Also, just quickly, a lot of gyms don't have this machine, or will have equivalents. An easy equivalent for this, if you're at your gym, is a rear delt dumbbell fly. So basically, just sit on the end of a bench, touch your chest to your thighs, and do exactly what you're doing here. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so what we're going to do first, before we get started, make sure you keep your elbows flared to each side of you. If you let your elbows slide down, your elbows are going to slide off the pad. Alright, let's go, nice and slow. Squeeze. Now a lot of people, when they do this, they go past their back like that. You can lose control easily that way. All you need to do is go to the point where the muscle's done contracting, and that's it, the contraction's done. So up, squeeze. Alright, here we have our rear delt cable fly as opposed to machine fly or dumbbell fly. With this one, what I like to do, I like to have no attachment. I grab it above the ball, so it prevents my hand from sliding off basically. Each side, cross them over. Now I like to come down at an angle from up high, flare my elbows, keep the cross of the cable in my eye line at all times. Bring down, squeeze, bring it back to about here, not all the way in, so there's constant tension on my rear delts. Squeeze. We'll do these about 15 times. A nice big hold at the end. Make sure you're always keeping your elbows flared. If it's not, and they drop, the whole motion, the whole line of how I want it to go is out the window. So flared, cable at your eye line. So basically we've got Rigo crossing over at your eye line. Bring it down, elbows flared, and don't cross them over that much. Yep, just to there. Yep, bring it out. Yep. You can see his rear delt squeeze. Contraction right here and here. Good. You can see how his elbows are flared, so his elbows stay on a perfect line. Nice big hold. Hey guys, thanks for watching another one of the Nathan Rocks training videos. If you feel like this helped you in any way at all, please subscribe. And also try and visit my website, www.nathanrocks.com, for a lot more personalised diets and training programs. Also my Instagram and my Facebook, where I can further help you with your training.